So I've been researching and found out there's 6 types of women, from alpha to beta to sigma. And I thought about what astrology signs I've dated in the past that has been relevant to these certain placements. Hey, it's your boy King Ace, Nova Slayton, Nova Chronicles. I'm still in the truck. I decided to bring y'all a video. So I've been researching the 6 type of women, and I've been trying to figure out what astrology sign I've dated personally that has represent these type of energies or type of women. Now, I'm not going off just the sign itself. I'm going off my experience with these certain women, and I would like for y'all to get in the comments and tell me what astrology men have fit these certain profiles, or women, whoever in it. I'm just saying because most of women on the channel, but men can get in it too, and say what has been the most alpha like woman, what has been the most beta type of woman, what has been the most gamma type of woman. Now, if you don't know the definition, don't worry, I will help you out with that. But without further ado, let's start this list. So starting off with alpha. First, I would have to say Aries. The Aries I dated was definitely the definition of being powerful. Stood out from everybody else. Exuberant. We bang heads a lot because we both got Aries energy, so we always competing and arguing and going back and forth. But at the end of the day, she solidified the essence of alpha. The second one is kind of a shocker, and that's Capricorn. I dated a Capricorn woman. She was very business orientated. She was essentially, I met her, she was my manager at first. But over time we started to date, and I noticed she did little stuff that made me feel kind of feminine. Like telling me that you make me laugh and I want you to look good. And I don't care if I got to pay for your outfit. I want you to look good. Never heard a woman talk like that before. I did talk to a Capricorn friend of mine. She said she can feel that essence of her being that way, and that it won't last long, but initially they want to have control of the situation. I liked it because I like powerful, independent women. I never let her pay for my stuff still, because I still gotta be a man. But in the forefront of it, it was just crazy. But she put me in that position. I just had to tell her, look, I'm a man, I gotta get my own. Next one is beta. So with these 2 placements, y'all know Cancer going to be in there. That's the easy one. Most Cancers I talk to are very submissive toward me. I don't know if it's a Taurus thing. Y'all help me out in the comments. Is it because I'm a Taurus that Cancers are super submissive, or are they like that to everybody? I've heard some people who have dated Cancer women say they're not submissive like that. They are feminine, but they're not submissive like that. Most Cancers I date or I've talked to in the past, super submissive. So help me out with that. Another one, kind of a shocker, I guess, for some people, but it's Libra. Now, Libra tend to go with the flow, and it get me a little irritable because they come off as people pleasers. Most of the Libras I've talked to, it was hard to pry them away from their friends and family because they wanted to please them, and I felt selfish because I'm an Aries Venus. So I would have to put them in there. Just the peacemakers, just the people that like to be liked by everybody. And I kind of take that as the beta of kind of tending to go with the flow of things. Now Gamma, like they got traits of all the other 6 type of women, but the problem they run into a lot is because they feel like they're part of everything, they think they know it all when they don't. So Gamma women come off as know-it-alls, and they really miss the essential information of a man. They think they know men, but don't really know him. My first one is Sagittarius. Man, I ain't gonna lie, I love Saggy, but Saggy do come off like she know-it-all, and she's very diverse, and she's very open and flexible to aid everybody so much she feel like she know everybody. And I think that's one of the biggest signs I've ever dealt with, that they know it all and they don't really know every man for every man. They just kind of do their own thing and just say they put you in the category they want to put you at. The second one that would have to be, of course, Gemini. Definitely a jack of all trades. When I date Gemini women, they tend to feel like they know every situation, every perspective of everything, and they come off like Gamma people. They got traits of all the signs, and just because you got the traits of them doesn't mean you understand every uniqueness of them. So I put Gemini in there. Delta. Now Delta is similar to Alpha, where they're leaders and stuff to a certain extent, but these women are more like the Alphas that got hurt or going off of past traumatic situations, where they may focus on their finances more than everybody's finances, their attraction, how they look versus everybody else's attraction. So they kind of like a lone wolf, kind of like, but more or less kind of pessimistic with it. So with these two placements, number one, it has to say Scorpio. Y'all knew I was going to say Scorpio. I think Scorpios become even more attractive as they get hurt. I've seen a lot of Scorpios who've been through a lot of bitter breakups, and they become more sexual and more alluring when they're in bad situations. And you think that they're doing it to get attention from people, but they really just focus on themselves. And the more we are attracted to them, the more we get the sense that they're not fruit to be taken, to be partaken. They're more fruit just to be looked at right now until they get into season to date again. But I know Scorpios for having that strict 20/20 vision on their appearance and their finances when they've been hurt. They look good doing it, but they don't want you touching them or being around them like that. So next, in that same category, Delta, I got to put Virgo in there. I mean, I've talked to Virgo women who just pour their heart into people at the beginning, try to be everything to help people out, because Virgos are very helpful. And when they get hurt, they take all of those helpful tips and advice and caringness and criticalness in the positive manner, and they put it on themselves. A lot of Virgo women, when they are hurt, they really take care of themselves. Like Virgo being the sign of health, they really become better looking and everything in between. I guess it's the self-healing criticalness of that. So moving on, we have a stigma female. This is different in the male's stigma, where it's more a lone wolf. This is like a magnetic and enchanting woman that radiates beauty, but not for people so much. I mean, they're happy that you think they look attractive, but they're not into social media like that. They're not one to date people who are glamorized and stuff like that. So from a distance, we think they want the limelight because they look so attractive and so alluring, but in reality, they're in their own little world. So definitely not the social media model, but really can compete with any model. For these two placements, I'd say Aquarius. Definitely magnetic, definitely enchanting, definitely can, even though they're supposed to be humanitarian, they can be so far away from social media and traditional standards. So when I date them, I be attracted to what is aquatic, what's so different, what's so unique in their own essence. And I do like that Aquarius, because you finally got somebody who is not trying to be the mold of everybody else. They the trendsetters. The second one in that category had to be Leo. Now I know what people are saying, Leo like the limelight and everything, but it's four types of Leos, and one of the Leos that don't get much of the limelight is the black lioness, not as a skin black, but the black lioness. That's the lioness that kind of like maybe got a Leo moon or a Scorpio moon or something, and they kind of like, they lead in the dark pretty much. So they the type of people that may be mystics in the shadows of things, very magnetic, but they don't want to get attention, even though they're going to still draw attention. That warrior lioness that's in the shadows. A pride about her comes from keeping her home safe rather than keeping her reputation safe. So I've seen Leos before. I'm not gonna call one out because one is one of my deep subscribers that give off that essence of, I'm not trying to show off beauty, but I am beautiful. I am magnetic. I am enchanted. I am a mystery. I am dark. And they get overlooked because Leos are supposed to represent the sun and be more bright. So last but not least is the Omegas. Now the Omegas are the women that are helpless romantics, feel like if they have sympathy, if people feel some type of remorse or some type of sorrow for them, then that gives them the upper hand. And I know y'all thought I was gonna say Cancer, but no, I already used Cancer for another one. For this one, I had to say Pisces. That sympathetic energy that makes people want to help them out. And some of them don't do it on purpose, but I just know the essence of a Pisces wanting you to feel sorry for them. The second one, they have to be Taurus. Now, this is like one that a lot of times is overlooked, but if you look at Poetic Justice with Tupac, when Janet Jackson was doing her braids and she wore the same type of hairstyle and she was in the dark when her baby daddy got killed and stuff, you will see that like that's reality of Taurus nature. When Taurus get hurt and stuff, it's not that they reaching out for people for sympathy, but they put themselves in a room where you go in out of curiosity. You wonder why they so beautiful and they gorgeous and they got hoodies over their head, or wearing the same hairstyle, or got a pinned up ball and they won't go be glamorous. And Taurus do get comfortable in misery just like Scorpio does. And I've seen Taurus do it before. They get sad and they can indulge in food. They can stay indoors and never go out, never go to no events. Be addicted to watching the news and stuff that's depressing and so covenant. So I put Taurus in Omega. So if y'all like this video, please leave a comment. What signs have y'all dated have fit these categories? This your boy Ken Nova Slate, Nova Chronicles. Peace.